What's up, everybody? Man, it's your boy, Mr. Dugai, coming at y'all, man, with another live Q&A, man. Special Tuesday night edition. Appreciate everybody that's tuning in, yo. I know we ain't got a lot, sports going on right now, obviously with the coronavirus and everything, man. I just want to wish everybody, tell everybody be safe out there. Well wishes, man. Protect yourself, protect your family. It's a serious thing we dealing with. Something we ain't never seen before. I never seen before. Um, I never thought I'd see a day where like all sports basically would get put on hold. But but yeah, man, everybody be out there, be safe, man. Be cautious, be careful. And hopefully things get back to normal sooner than later. NFL free agency still going on, yo. My Eagles, man. They added Nickel Roby Coleman this week. Um, got it's a lot of chatter, man. You got a guy like Yannick Ngangwe, however you say his name, from Jacksonville, basically flirting with us, man. Basically saying how he would love to, basically showing us so many ways he would love to play for the Eagles. It's chat about maybe a trade for Brandon Cooks. But we are closer to the draft, though. One thing, the NFL draft look like it's still gonna go as scheduled. We 3 weeks from Thursday away from the first round. I'm looking forward to that. Can't wait. But I'm just here to chat with y'all, man. Just hope everybody enjoy themselves, yo. What's up, Mike Jank? Go Gators. Appreciate you tuning in. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Mike Jank joining in on another Mr. Dugai video. Hey, what's good, Joe? Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate the love, yo. What's up, Lenny D? Appreciate you tuning in. What up, Mr. Dugai? Made I've got a lot of free time now, if you know what I mean. Yeah, man. I'm sorry to hear that, bro. Yeah, it's tough, man. I am fortunate. I'm still working, though. It's not as many. It's different hours, but it's not as many hours. But yeah, man, just keep your head up, bro, man. I'm prayers to you, prayers to your family and everybody out there, man, that's affected by this thing, man. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy, man. Hopefully, this thing could get resolved sooner than later, man. Yeah, it's bad, yo. Yannick been trolling us on Instagram, all free agency. Yeah, that dude, bro. Like I seen the thing. Now he even had a picture of B Dog on this thing, man. It's like, but Jacksonville, man. Obviously he a very good player. He'll be a nice addition. But with that being said, um, we ain't got enough for him, man. I mean, Jacksonville just basically got everything out of the Rams, man, for Jalen Ramsey. Which, granted, I wanted to do the same thing. I thought Ramsey was that type of player, but at the end of the day, I'm glad we didn't. So they gonna feel like they could get the house for somebody, for Yannick, man. So that's a little rich for my blood, man. But Yannick gotta go sit down somewhere with all that, man. Let's see. What's up, Sir Nando27? Appreciate you tuning in. What's up, Mr. Dugai and the rest of the community? Be safe out there. Yes, man. Everybody be safe, man. This thing is crazy, bro. It's killed. It's killed people. It recently took somebody. I didn't know the guy very well, but I'm close with a lot of people who did know him. A guy not too far from where I'm from. Basically died behind this thing, man. 41 years old too, yo. So yeah, man. Everybody be safe, man. I'm okay, and thanks for the prayers, yo. Anytime, bro. Anytime, man. Yannick and Brandon Cooks both can stay where they at. I agree. I completely agree, man. I'm good. You right, man. I'm good, man. Yannick, obviously he'll be a nice addition, but it's like, bro, you come with just too much of a price, man. Like we gonna have to give up a future first round pick, second round picks and all, and then pay you top dollar. And for Brandon Cooks, I mean, we got Deshaun Jackson. If I'm gonna get a speed receiver, I'd rather get a rookie. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want Brand. I know Brandon Cooks isn't. It's crazy because he's not even that old, but it seems like he's older than what he is because he's done. he done floated around already, man. He done been on 3 teams already at this early in his career, yo. So concussion issues and all that, like I'm good, man. I'm good, bro. But one thing though that I discussed earlier on my videos, man. I'm starting to like Denzel Mims, yo. I'm starting to like Denzel Mims a lot, man. Cause I just don't think that I don't think we should trade up, you know, for I don't think we should trade up for a guy like Ruggs. I like him, but I don't think, we should give up some future assets, for somebody when we need to get as many young guys as we can out of this draft, yo. I'm glad you still doing this live Tuesdays for us to get our minds off of the negative. Hey, I appreciate it. Hey, y'all helping me also, yo. Like, I want y'all to know y'all help me also, man. Y'all helping me get my mind off of everything going on as well, yo. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. I know it's unfortunate I had to move it back a couple of hours because of, scheduling purposes on my end with work and stuff. And, I know it may not be as many people on it or whatever, but hey, it's all good, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in, yo. Y'all help me out as well, yo. Let's see. I love Denzel Mims' video, but I like Van Jefferson. Look him up. He's solid route runner and decent speed and can get separation. Yeah, I actually know that guy. I went to this year. I attended the LSU Florida game. And he had a nice game. He had a nice game against LSU, yo. I didn't know he had run, so I didn't know what he ran. I don't remember really seeing him at the combine. I know he is a really good route runner and got some good hands. I do feel like we got to come out of this draft with two solid receivers. With one receiver that's gonna get a lot of targets next season, and another guy that's gonna fight to get on the field, yo. So I love to have him, man, but I want two receivers out of this draft, yo. What's up, Brian Dennis Stadium? Appreciate you tuning in. Who was the first football YouTuber you found? Uh, Honestly, it's gonna sound crazy, man. Honestly, I think it was EDP. EDP 445, man. I kind of just got into the whole YouTube thing just a couple of years ago. And I remember seeing him whenever, Chip Kelly traded LaShawn McCoy away. The Kiko Alonso, man. That video, that's a classic video too, yo. If y'all ever go check that thing out. That was the first football YouTube that I started following or whatever. Judy and Lamb are both are worth trade ups. They're gonna be game changers day one. I don't know, man. Yeah, I feel like they nice, man. It's just I look at Denzel Mims, yo, and I think like I don't know, man. Looking at him today, I was watching a lot of film on him, yo. I'm not saying he's as good as those guys, but I think he can have an impact. Um, his size, his speed, the way that he catches the ball. He caught a lot of 50-50 balls, and he could actually run away from people, yo. Um, Now, granted, don't get me wrong. If Howie did it, hey, I would be fine with it. If Howie traded up and got CD Lamb or got Henry Ruggs, you know what I'm saying, or got Jerry Jeudy, it's like, hey, I'm not going to be. Granted, I felt like we didn't have to do that, but at the same time, that's only until those guys go out there and make plays. Then, all that go out the window, yo. But, yeah, bro, I think really that, I don't know. I just me personally, I just think that Mills could really come in and contribute, right away. And we don't have to give him no assets to get him. We just take him right there, at 21 where he'll fall at. Are you looking forward to the Jordan Rides, the bus series? I'm thinking you talking about that Bull series. If David's talking about the Bulls, the Michael Jordan Bulls documentary, I am looking forward to that, yo. Please don't bring it up. Too late. LSU Florida game. Hey, you know it was coming, yo. You know it was coming, man. I was at that game too, man. Very amazing atmosphere, yo, and I enjoyed it. Jefferson did have a good game, man. him and Devontae Smith are really the only two receivers basically all season that kind of got the best of Derek Stingley a little bit, yo. But yeah, I enjoyed that game a lot. Who he said EDP 445? Yeah, that's the first YouTube I followed, yo. I remember when we traded away LaShawn McCoy for Kiko Alonso, and basically that was it. You know what I'm saying? And I remember how he just, I think somebody had tagged me in the video or shared it or something like that, or sent me the clip or something. And I'm like, man, like, yeah, he was on point, man. Chip was out of line for that, bro. If Ruggs still there at 21, I'm still taking Ruggs. Bill's gonna have to wait. Oh, I agree. Trust me, if Ruggs somehow fall to 21, it's not even a question. I'm gonna be mad at Howard if it take longer than 2 minutes to get the draft to get the card. Well, obviously they ain't gonna have Goodell getting the card, so I don't know how they gonna do it, but it better not take long for them to announce that we drafted Henry Ruggs if he somehow does fall to 21. UGA will be soon remembered for letting Dan Mullen finally break his curse and win a division after a decade. Good job, Mutts. I don't know if it's this year, but it may be this year or whatever. Dan Mullen is gonna overcome, man. Dan Mullen is gonna beat Georgia soon, yo. He's getting those recruiting classes in order. Obviously, I still think he's a very, very good coach. I think Dan Mullen is a better coach, than Kirby Smart. Now, Kirby Smart may be a better recruiter than him right now, but I think as far as X's and O's, mano a mano, I think Dan Mullen is a better head coach. But we gonna see. I definitely do think Florida eventually will get those guys though. Van was working Stingley, but Trash Force run through too many in the red zone. Yeah, he was. Well, he got him on that one drive. I'm trying to think. Did he? I know that first drive in the third quarter, like he got the best of Stingley on that, like that whole drive into the end zone. I know he caught a touchdown at the end of the first half. I just don't remember if that was on Stingley or not. But Stingley got the best of him later on in the game, man. With Florida coming down, I think trying to tie it up, and Stingley picked it off in the end zone, man. That was a fun night, man. Like I really enjoyed that atmosphere in that whole game, man. Despite us losing to y'all, Devontae Smith did play around with Stingley. Yeah, he did his thing. The first touchdown, it's kind of hard for me to put that one on Stingley because they was talking to him and he looked at the sideline and then Smith just got an easy touchdown. But that long play at the end when I still don't know what type of coverage Dave Aranda was in and what he was thinking to give up an easy touchdown like that. But in a couple of other plays, he got the best of Stingley, man. But I'm looking forward to seeing those two go at it this season, in Death Valley. Assuming we have a season, hopefully. Mullen should use Emory Jones more to throw the ball. Y'all knew when he came in, it was a run. Well, he did throw a touchdown pass, yo. Remember that one? I think it was in the second quarter on a fourth down when we got pressure on him, and then he just kind of lobbed it up, and Patrick Queen got his hands on the ball, but it bounced, and then I think y'all running back had caught it or something like that. So they did let him throw it. But I see what you're saying as far as letting them, not being so predictable, whatever with certain personnel packages in the game. In their prime, who you taking? D Rose versus CP3. My money on D Rose. Woo, bruh. D Rose clearly was more explosive, more athletic, more dynamic. But man, CP3 could have go. Now CP3 wasn't nowhere near as athletic as a Derrick Rose, but CP3 could have put the ball in the basket. He could have drive to the hole, got those assists, and he was a great leader. Yo, man, if I know for sure they both would be healthy, give me a D Rose. But with the injuries and all that, man, I'd probably go CP3. The tip to P Ryan. Yeah, like I remember that play, man, because I remember I was just in the stands like, bro, you got to be kidding me. Like, that was a big play, man. LSU get it. Because Florida was not stopping LSU that night, yo. Florida was not stopping LSU that night whatsoever. And I'm like, bruh, all we needed was one stop, which eventually we got it in the second half. But that was a big play, man. I remember being extremely frustrated after that play happened. Kirby is awful at developing quarterbacks, just like Gus Malzahn. Otherwise, he would have chosen a real quarterback over fishing trash can. Um, yeah, Kirby reminded me a lot of Les Miles, man. Whereas far as I want to see how it's gonna go for him this season. With a new quarterback and all that. Supposedly they're supposed to be running a new offense. I want to see how that go. Cause he is reminding me a whole lot, of a lot of Les Miles when you think about the fact that, players, he's gonna get talented players over there. He's gonna get big time prospects over there, big time 5-star players. But on offense, they run like a stalemate offense. When they went up against LSU, you seen what happened. You know what I'm saying? When they went up against who it was, even Notre Dame, they won the game against Notre Dame, but they was not very impressive in that game at all offensively, yo. I thought they would have we clown about how Notre Dame is trash and don't have no talent and no speed and all that. But yeah, bro, Georgia played around with them boys, man. Like that game really came down to the end. And then when they played South Carolina also, which I didn't see that game. Watch it. I seen the highlights because actually that was the same day of LSU Florida because I was actually on my way to Baton Rouge for the LSU Florida game. But I did see those highlights, man. And a couple of other games that they even won. They kind of was out there struggling and stuff like that, yo. So yeah, he started to remind me a little bit of Les Miles, man. He gonna have to get that offense together because they got talent over there. My bad. The first sports YouTuber I found was Uncle Lou when he broke his TV after the Vandy game. Uncle Lou was breaking TVs and everything. Man, wow, bro. Which year that was? I'm trying to think. I remember they lost some a while back on the road. But that's the only thing that come to the top of my mind. Yeah, that's pretty crazy, yo. I agree with Dan Orlowski that right now, in this day and time, Wentz is better than Rodgers. Right now, yeah. Like right now, as far as more talented, I mean, Rodgers getting older. You know what I'm saying? Like Rodgers can still throw the ball pretty darn good. But Rodgers can't move around, and do all those things like he used to do. But man, I tell you what, when Rodgers was younger, in his prime and healthy, Rodgers was something else, man. Like Rodgers was something else, man. It's crazy that he's only been to one Super Bowl because Rodgers was amazing, man. That guy was something, yo. Everybody on First Take was talking trash about Howie Roseman for not getting D-Hop, but the Texans didn't offer us the same thing they did the Cardinals. They wanted Miles Sanders. Now, don't get me wrong, man. I love DeAndre Hopkins, man. And I still can't believe Houston let me not say Houston. Bill O'Brien, he's fully responsible for that. I still can't believe Bill O'Brien traded DeAndre Hopkins, man. Like that's just crazy to me. But you can't let go Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders has a chance to be a very, very good running back. And he's on a rookie deal, so he's cheap right now. So yeah, I wouldn't want to give up Miles Sanders neither, yo. But yeah, you can't give up Miles Sanders. That's that. You can't give Miles Sanders up, man. What's up, Conru girl? Appreciate you tuning in. Conru girl checking in. Hey, appreciate you checking in, my friend, and thank you for the love and the support. NFL going to 14 team playoffs. Do you feel it takes away from the last weekend if teams know they are in, but then again, more fuel to the fire for the teams who fighting for the bye? Oh, I love it, actually. Like, I love it. I see what you're saying, but I think it makes the playoff hunt even more, great. Because now teams that kind of was out of it already by week 17. It's gonna be a couple of teams that still got a fighting chance, and you're gonna have much more. And then now, like I said, also it's only one bye now. It's not well before. Yeah, teams wanted the 2 seed, but I mean, teams wanted the number 1 seed, but if they had a chance week 17 to get the 1 seed or whatever, they would kind of play a little bit, then kind of relax. They didn't really, because they know they still got to buy. I love the fact that only the number 1 seed is going to get the buy, yo. Let the top of the king sit at the throne and relax themselves, while everybody else fight up, and knowing that they got to get through them in their stadium, you know what I'm saying, to get to the Super Bowl. I love it from that standpoint. Like I said, it makes for more, intriguing matchups and intriguing games, going down the stretch of the seasons. Shout out to Lou for giving back home after 3-hour drive hunting for a 17-year-old troll that was saying nasty things about his family and kids instead of going to jail for nearly killing someone. Hey, that's what's up, man. Good look for him, man. Good, real good look for him, yo. They tried to give Rodgers the excuses that Wentz had with no receivers and his past injuries. They wanted to give him a pass, but not Wentz. The hate is real on Wentz. Oh yeah, bro. Like people, people talking down on Wentz, man, saying this and saying that. But for me, Wentz showed last year, man, that he's beyond a great quarterback, yo. When you consider the fact this guy is out there with no receivers. Like, he had no receivers out there, man, and won the division against, a lot of people's, Super Bowl pick in the Dallas Cowboys, yo, before the season started. I love it, man. I think Wentz gonna only get better and better. Granted, I know he got nicked up in the playoff game with the concussion, with clowning, diving at the man's head, basically, but I feel like, this year he showed he could play a full 16-game season, which is something people was saying that he couldn't do. And then he gets here in the playoffs, and then it's like, oh, look, you see? Like, man, please, bro. But yeah, well, the hate on Wentz is real, but get him some weapons and watch him go to work, yo. Which QB is better, Watson or Prescott? Oh, I'm going Watson all day. Like, give me Watson, yo. For me, no disrespect to Dak, but I don't think it's as close as people think, man. I think Deshaun Watson is a budding superstar. But unfortunately, you got a guy like Bill O'Brien who's out there giving the man best receiver away basically for nothing because Bill O'Brien is in his own feelings. So, I feel bad for Deshaun Watson. I think this year if Houston don't do so well, Bill O'Brien will get fired. You know what I'm saying? And then they go get, excuse me. I would love to see a guy like Eric Bieniemy, the Kansas City Chiefs offensive coordinator. If that job was to open up, I'd love to see him get that Houston Texans job, and bring that Kansas City Chiefs type offense, to the Houston Texans to see Deshaun Watson run it. Bill O'Brien should have traded to get picks for Hopkins. Yeah, like me personally, he should have never traded him at all. Like, not Hopkins, man. That's like a bad fantasy football trade, yo. That's like a trade that you send somebody in fantasy football and they're gonna be like, man, get out of my face, man. Like, it's just, you can't do that, man. That guy, I never really cared for him like that. It's like he gets all his love and all his respect, as a head coach. Why? Because he yelled at Tom Brady years ago. Like, maybe that should let us know that if Brady would have been quiet and been like, yeah, coach, I'm sorry, this and that. Brady was yelling back with him. So maybe that was a sign that, he's not some great stand-up coach. Maybe he's an idiot. Maybe he's an egotistic idiot. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I think it is, basically. We should draft receivers back-to-back. If we get Ruggs first, then get Claypool after. If we get Mims first, then KJ Hamler after. Excuse me. I like it. I like it, yo. I love it, yo. I love it a lot, man. Yeah, like that's why one of the reasons that I don't want to trade up is because I feel like if we trade up, we're gonna have to get rid of that second round pick. I definitely think if we trade up, we would have to come up off that second round pick. And we need it because I don't think we need just one. I know granted it'll be nice to have a top receiver in the draft and stuff like that. But me personally, I'd rather get two I'd rather get two really good receivers over one great receiver. When you look at these Super Bowl teams and winners and stuff like that, none of these teams had like one great wide receiver. They had a collection of good wide receivers that got open and that caught the football when it was thrown to them by good quarterbacks, yo. So I definitely think that I definitely think that we should go receive a first round, receive a second round. I think that's our best option, though. The first round receiver got to be able to come in week one and go out there and get really, 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 really good recognition. You know, recognition meaning he will come in and get a lot of volume. A guy in the first round. And a guy in the second round should be out there and he should be competing, for playing time. So I would love to go receive a first round, love to go receive a second round. He apparently found out of their mother's phone number and told her about this junk. That's crazy, man. Yeah, but shout out to Uncle Lou, man. Uncle Lou doing this thing awesome, man. I know he be going through it too with them Georgia Bulldogs. Uh, I'm glad that LSU. I'm glad LSU got to put it on them though, yo. I ain't lying. Wentz is miles ahead, better than Watson. I do take Wentz over Watson, but I do like Watson's game though. I think Watson is very good though. I like his mobility. I like his arm. I like his accuracy at times. Now I do think Wentz is a little better, but I just feel bad, man, for like, guys like that. The problem is, man, people get on highway for like Wentz not having weapons, and understandably so. I've gotten on him, but when I think about it, bro, it's like coming into the season, Nelson Aguilar supposedly was good now. After the Super Bowl year, Nelson Aguilar was supposed to be a good receiver. I don't know what happened to him. Alshon Jeffrey has been a solid receiver. He got injured and he's old. Deshaun Jackson, week one, looked amazing. Looked like he was going to be a Pro Bowler this season. Never played again this season, but besides, a couple of snaps, against Chicago. And then you look at a guy like Mac Hollins, which the Super Bowl season, his rookie year, he actually was all right. Like he actually was okay. It was times where I wanted him out there over Torrey Smith. And then he just got terrible all of a sudden. But so it's like it's tough, man, that guys like Wentz and Watson and these young guys are out there, and they don't have a full deck, of wide receivers to throw the ball to. That's the thing with Mahomes. Mahomes is a generational talent. Don't get me wrong. But when you think about Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill and Sammy Watkins and Mecole Hardman, like he has weapons, yo. So that makes him look a little better also, yo. Eric Bieniemy, it will never be a head coach in Texas. He's a little too dark, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it's crazy, yo. They gonna have to do something. I feel you, but they gonna have to change, man. They gonna have to change, bro. Like if they want to win, if they want to take full advantage, because Deshaun Watson gonna get frustrated and he gonna want to get out of there. But if they gonna have to put this pride or whatever, not want to hire people that look a certain way or act a certain way, they gonna have to put that to the side if they want to win football games and keep their franchise quarterback happy, yo. They done took his number one receiver away. Might as well give him a good head coach, or at least a guy that we believe will be a good head coach. A lot of these YouTubers that do these call-in shows, it sounds like they're talking through a McDonald's speaker. I feel like they're about to tell me to pull up and wait, and I'm going to say no. Oh, man, that's funny. We need to draft D-Jack's replacement and Alshon replacement since we're going to put JJ Arcega-Whiteside in the slot for some dumb reason. Oh, bro, that guy there, man. I'm so over him. Like, it's crazy, man. uh, well, yeah. Before I forget knowing that when the season, if we don't draft a big body wide receiver, watch for JJ. How JJ Arcega-Whiteside works in Jeffrey position. Yeah, whenever we drafted him, that was the consensus was that he's an outside Jeffrey clone. You know what I'm saying? So when we drafted him, a lot of people assumed that, he was going to be the guy to eventually replace Alshon Jeffrey. Um, man, give me Denzel Mims, man. Like, if I like that combination you said of Denzel Mims in the first round, KJ Hamler in the second round. Like, I love that combination, yo. You got the big body receiver, and you got the kind of shorter, quicker, fast receiver. I love that combination, man. We will get younger and we'll get faster. You still could throw Jeffrey out there sometimes. You could still throw, Deshaun Jackson out there if he's healthy. So we do that. I think we definitely gonna be in good hands. Because when you look at the future, obviously with Carson Wentz, you got Miles Sanders, you got, a guy like Dallas Goedert when Ertz start getting a little up there. You look Andre Dillon, we gonna find out what he really about. As an offensive lineman, Lane Johnson still a relatively young lineman. Brandon Brooks. So I mean, we get us two nice young wide receivers that could go out there and play. I think the sky is the limit for this, not only for this offense, but for this team. I want to see Mahomes get tested like how Wentz was tested this past season. Yeah, I think he will. They did catch some breaks too, man. They caught. Well, let me say this: he got tested in that Super Bowl. He got tested in that Super Bowl, yo. That 49ers defense was no joke. When you consider the fact that, man, you got Nick Bosa and Armstead and Buck, and Bucker and D Ford and those guys, man. They got tested, yo. They got tested at Super Bowl, down 10 points in the fourth quarter, and shout out to him, he brought them back, and they got the W, yo. But I do believe, like, I do also agree that a lot of people are, out there sleeping on Wentz a little bit, yo. But get him with some weapons, man. Just get him some guys that could get open, beat man coverage, and catch the football, yo. That's all Wentz need, man. Wentz don't need a superstar Hall of Fame wide receiver. Yeah, that would be nice to have one, but that's not what he needs, yo. Wentz just needs guys that are gonna go out there, run their routes, get open, beat man coverage, and catch the football. He do that, I think Wentz is gonna be all right, yo. When Notre Dame took UGA down to the wire, I didn't think any higher about them. I just thought they were lucky. Then I watched Georgia play Tennessee. That's when I started to realize UGA isn't so great. Oh yeah, I agree, yo. Like I said, I didn't get to see the South. Me personally, it was the Notre Dame game. When I seen them play Notre Dame, I'm like, yo, they really. Because Georgia came in, remember, with a lot of hype. Georgia was the number 3 team in the country. And I remember watching that game again. I watched that whole game, too, when they played Notre Dame. And similar to you, I'm walking away. I'm watching this game like, man, Georgia's not. And I say this to myself, Georgia's not better than LSU. Like, they're not better than LSU. Honestly, I thought Florida had a shot to beat them last season. But, they made the plays necessary to get that game. But, yeah, you're right, man. For me, it was the Notre Dame game when I was like, yo, Georgia is just not this good. They are supposed to be running away with this football game from Notre Dame, yo. At home, definitely. Do you think the NBA will be back this season? Whew, that's a great question. that's a great, great question, yo. Ah, man, you know what? I think it will. I think it will. Just my gut. Obviously, I have no way of knowing that. Just my gut instincts tell me that I think it will. I think they will, yo. It's a possibility it may be with no fans though. That's a possibility that they may do it with no fans, yo. Honestly, I was surprised, which you know, it looked like it ended up being the right decision though. I was surprised that all the spring sports got canceled. Postponement, I seen that coming. I thought March Madness would have, at least see if they could have pulled it off in May or something like that. But I do think that I think we're gonna have a season. I think we probably gonna either go straight into the playoffs or they're gonna probably play like, everybody's last couple of games and then get into the playoffs or something of that nature. But I think we'll have a season. I think we'll have a season. Start hating on JJ Ortega Whiteside. Give him one more year. If he sucks this year, I admit that he falls. Man, you got more faith in him than me. I'm gonna tell you that much, man. You got more faith in him than me, man. I'm ready to give up on him already. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just don't think he could create separation. I just don't think he's not a big physically overwhelming receiver that could just physically move people out of the way. It's not like he's super athletic where he could just go up there and catch 50-50 balls with a high vertical jump. And he don't have the speed to run by nobody. So me personally, it's not just about his production. One thing I could have said about Aguilar, even though Aguilar used to get on my on my nerves also, before he actually became a good receiver the Super Bowl season. But you could at least see that Aguilar had speed. You could at least see that Aguilar had the ability to separate from defenders. It's just he didn't consistently catch the ball. That was his problem. He had drops. But with JJ Ortega-Whiteside, I just don't think he's that good. I just don't think he's that talented. But he gonna have to really get coached up, yo. Really, really get coached up for him to become a solid, decent, wide receiver in this league, yo. But we'll see. I hope I'm wrong, yo. I sincerely hope that he figures it out and he becomes a great wide receiver for us, man. That will absolutely help. But I just don't see it. By me trying to be, realistic about everything, I don't see it. Looks like the later time is giving you some trouble. Yeah, it is, yo. I am a little sleepy, yo. Long day with work and stuff like that. But I'm gonna ride it out. I got about another 20 minutes or so. But I'm gonna ride it out. I apologize. I know I'm yawning a little bit. I know I'm a little sleepy, but hey, I'm gonna try to hang in tough there to the to the finish line. LSU biggest problem over the years has always been the kind of the line of scrimmage. Yeah, it's that, and it's predictable. It's being so predictable offensively. Like how? And now, granted, I know Alabama had a really good defense, but how can a guy like Leonard Fournette, man, who going into that Alabama game was the Heisman Trophy winner? If they would have done the Heisman Trophy ceremony before the LSU Alabama game, Leonard Fournette would have been the Heisman Trophy winner. And to have a guy like that type of generational talent at running back, to go up against Alabama and have what 20 something yards, like that's not. Yeah, granted, the line of scrimmage obviously has a lot to do with that, but also it's coaching. Like Les Miles with his conservative, game. Les Miles and Cameron with their conservative game planning. There's no way that you should have a running back like that should get only that few amount of yards in a big game like that. Ain't no way, yo. I prefer Van Jefferson by a slight over Denzel Mims. That's why I prefer Van Jefferson over Mims because yeah, I want speed, but I need separation more than anything. I feel you. I feel you. Van Jefferson, it looked like a solid receiver, but I'm going Mims. I think Mims can separate, yo. I think he can separate, yo. And then he's a big body, 50-50 ball receiver, and he can run. You know, a lot of these 50-50 ball receivers that come into the league that struggle, you know, like a JJ Ortega-Whiteside, they're not that athletic and they don't really have speed like that. You know, Denzel Mims has all that. You know, so that's what I'm thinking. If you know the big three in Lamb, Judy, and Ruggs are all gone, I definitely think Denzel Mims, you know, will be the guy. Well, I think that he should. Well, I can't say I definitely think we will. I think that he should be the guy, you know, that we go after or whatever. Let's see. UGA's only good receivers were Dominique Blake, Blaylock, Pickens, and Cajun. Tyler Simmons, Abs, Matt Landers were garbage. Taylor Simmons had no business being a punt returner, and he proved that in the Notre Dame game. Yeah, that was a big turnover he had in that game. I like Pickens a lot though, yo. I think Pickens is a future first round pick in the NFL. With him, you know, he got to control his temper. He got to stay out of trouble. But I definitely think that that guy is, you know, I definitely think that he is a first round, a future, you know, first round caliber type of wide receiver. So with them, they got to get a new offensive scheme, and they got to get a quarterback that's gonna go out there and get these guys the football. If UGA has a sad offense, this year with this really good OC is because of Kirby not letting his hands off the offense. That's it. Oh, that's how it was with Les Miles, yo. You know, things was opened up Cam Cameron first year when we had Zach Mettenberger, Jarvis Landry, Odell Beckham Jr., Jeremy Hill. But after that, things got, you know, extremely conservative again. It's one of the things Jimbo Fisher, you know, had a problem with about Les Miles that, you know, he said that they would have big leads in games, and Les Miles wanted to just, you know, basically just sit on the ball and try to run out the clock and stuff of that nature. You know, which is something that, you know, you can't do, you know what I'm saying? And you know, in today's college football, yo. So we gonna see. We gonna see how they do. How do you feel about the NFL draft by remote? I think it loses some of the energy doing it that way. It does, but for me, it's better. It's better than the alternative, which means either push it. Well, I don't think they would cancel the draft, but you know, push it back. I like Adam Schefter idea of doing a round a night. I thought that would have been the way to go. I thought that would have been cool. You know, every night giving, and then that could give GMs a little more time. You know, on their third and fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh round picks. You know, to do a little more evaluation. You know, but I think I like me personally. I like it. Guys don't have to be there yet. It's definitely gonna be different. You know, not seeing those guys, you know, coming into the pit building in their suits and with their family, getting their name called, kissing their moms and you know girlfriends and all that other stuff, and you know, dapping up Roger Goodell at the podium, hearing Mel Kiper break this guy on and compare him to this person. You know, it's not gonna be the same. But for me personally, it's absolutely better than not having it at all. We forget about Jalen Rager. Yeah. I don't want him over Mims though. If he happens to fall to the second round, cool. You know, but I don't want him over, you know, over CeeDee Lamb, Jerry Judy, Henry Ruggs, you know, or Denzel Mills. I mean, that's just me personally. Let's see. I'm so excited to see what Bryce Young does for our team. I'll be okay with Mac Jones starting if that's what happens. He's proven to be a good hold on, let's see. Yeah, he's proven to be a good QB. Yeah, I've heard a lot about the Bryce Young guy. You know, I think it's Mac Jones' job to lose. I think for Alabama, I think if Mac Jones goes out there and stinks up the joint and you know is throwing pick sixes and all that other stuff, then I definitely think you know you'll see Bryce Young. But other than that, I think he gonna Mac Jones gonna hold on that job for a little while, yo. Let's see. Landry was the star at LSU, but OBJ is OBJ is the star in the NFL. Yeah, you're right. It's crazy for me because I remember that year, when both those guys was out there doing their thing. If you'd have asked me during the season, I didn't really think Beckham was a first round wide receiver. Not to mention, I didn't think that he would be basically an all pro type of player. And I didn't think he would have had this much issues out there in the spotlight. At LSU, he was very quiet and very well behaved and quiet. He gets to the Giants and he's a whole another different receiver. Um, yeah, and like I said, yeah, and at LSU, Landry, they both was amazing, by the way. They both was absolutely amazing, that season. But you're right. Like Landry was the guy that we all thought like, all right, because Beckham. I remember at times. I remember against Florida, Beckham had like a critical muff punt in that game. Like there was a couple of times in big game where Beckham had kind of came up a little small, and Jarvis Landry had rose to the occasion. So yeah, I completely agree with that, yo. How were you exactly feeling about the committee and Notre Dame getting in the playoffs after watching them get beat down by Clemson? I never wanted Notre Dame to get into the playoffs or the national championship and things of that nature. Because I just don't think they had it. Because you could kind of see those beatdowns they got. Against Alabama. What was it? 2012, 12. When they had Monty Te'o, and then he couldn't tackle Lacey or Yeldon or anybody. And they didn't have nobody that could have run basically with Amari Cooper. So, yeah, they absolutely, did their thing, man. That year. And then against Clemson, man, and, T. Higgins and Justin Ross and those guys and Travis Etienne and, they just don't have the talent and the foot speed, that prohibited teams in the SEC had, yo. Let's see. Honestly, don't want Rager at all. Just a suggestion. Yeah, I mean, if everybody else going, I'll take them. But me personally, I do prefer the other guys that I had my mind on. You said the concert was canceled, but you didn't say who the rapper was. Oh yeah, yo. For me, I know this is a little bit off subject but for me, my favorite rapper of all time is Zero. And I know, Conrad, I know you being in that area. I know you probably know a lot about him. That was my favorite rapper growing up. All his old stuff, and still at this point. Zero was actually coming around my area. Well, this was scheduled like a couple of months ago. He was coming around my area at a club that was my favorite club when I was younger, before I had kids. That actually got closed down, but they was gonna open it up. Basically said Zero was coming. So when I thought about it, like I was gonna go there and everything, have a good time, but yeah, Zero is my personal all-time favorite rapper. If football cancels this year, I'm getting out of the South for a long time. Don't say that. Like, don't say that, Brian Dennis Stadium. Don't say that, man. Like, don't say if football get canceled. I don't know why Kurt Herbstreit said that, man. Even if Kurt Herbstreit felt that way, he should have never said that, man. Like, you can't make us, you know, you can't scare us like that. Now if we get to that point and then, I mean, obviously it would suck, but I mean, hey, I mean, it is what it is. But, you can't come out here in March, and you're not a doctor and just be like, I'll be shocked if we have a football season. I could see if he said that about the NBA, because the NBA was so close to being to the end of the regular season. But to say that about the NFL with so much time left, man, that's just that was just awful. I wish he didn't say that, and I hope that doesn't happen. I'm back, but a sleeper and really into this Donovan Peoples Jones. He gonna have a far better pro career than college career. Yeah, I was gonna say the thing about him was that he didn't really do much at Michigan. He did a little bit, but he didn't do as much as people really thought he could have do. Yeah, I remember people felt like he could have been like another Braylon Edwards, like how he was at Michigan back in the day, and he just never really lived up to that, man. I feel you, but I think I kind of pass on a guy like that, man. I think the Eagles could do. There's a lot more guys, receivers out there that I think I would rather take a chance on than him, yo. But I feel you though. I feel you. If the Browns were considering trading OBJ for not a lot, I'd love to have OBJ on the Eagles, but the only problem is he do have a cap hit. If honestly, I'm not even tripping on the cap hit. With me, it's about we really trying to get younger, yo. We need a young. It's like it's coming into that second wave, of players around Carson Wentz. We need to get a young core that's gonna be together for the next few years or so. And when you trying to do that, you gotta hold on to as many of your higher draft picks as you can. Luckily for us, we got Darius Slade. It just cost us a third and a fifth. But not granted, he would solve our. Obviously, I'd rather have Beckham than a first round receiver. Obviously, that's not what I'm saying. But I think it would cause him not only a first round. I think it would be more than a first rounder. We'd have to come up with second rounders and stuff of that nature. And the cap hit, I'm not worried about it, but it is an issue though, simply because we gave Alshon Jeffrey the worst contract in the history of the NFL, so that's what makes it tough. How about KJ Hamler? I like his speed. I like his speed a lot. I wouldn't mind having him in the second round. The only thing I am concerned about though when it comes to him is he's smaller. He's smaller and he's more kind of like a slot guy. Instead of a supposed, a deep threat, go get the ball, go get it, type of wide receiver. But I would definitely be willing to take a guy like him in the second round. We could get either one of the big three, Lamb, Judy, or Ruggs. Or as for me, if we get up with a guy like Sims, if we could get any of those guys in the first round, I definitely would be okay with Hamlin in the second round. My respect for Jalen Hurts is unlike any Bama player back in this era, his era, 16, 17. I remember myself screaming at the TV about him being a one-man offense. Then Tua comes along and couldn't take the job. Until we were down 13-0 at halftime in the Natty. Then I see Jalen's character when he came back and hit redemption. Then I started respecting him so much. I hope the kid does well in the NFL, but honestly, I can't put my money unless he plays running back. I feel you. I like Jalen Hurts, man. I think Jalen Hurts is a guy with really, really good character. He got real good character. I think he's a real solid guy, yo. But I do disagree with you though. I think he can play quarterback. Will he be a Hall of Fame quarterback? Probably not. But if Dak Prescott could be a starting quarterback in the NFL, I think Jalen Hurts can. It's a team that I look at Hurts, and I just think that it's one team I thought about it the other day. I thought about quarterbacks and where I think they could land, and I thought about Hurts. And matter of fact, I was having this conversation with somebody at work, and they was talking about Hurts, and they asked me like, what team do I think would be a great fit for him? And I thought about it for a while, and then I told them later, I said, I think if he got drafted by the Pittsburgh Steelers, I think that would be a nice little place for him. Obviously, Big Ben is about, is going to be out of there in the next couple of years or so. I like him over there with Mike Tomlin, strong, hard-nosed, physical, no nonsense. Well, unless you name Antonio Brown or somebody, no nonsense type of coach. Um, they got a lot of good personnel, some good young receivers, young tight ends, young running backs, um, a really good defense, similar to Alabama. I think that I think he can be a quarterback in this league. Like I said, when you consider him as like the franchise guy, that is up for debate. But I do think second, third round or whatever, he will get drafted as a quarterback. No bias when I ask, but who do you prefer when talking Queen and Kenneth Murray? Uh, that's a tough one. You know what? I'm gonna go Kenny Murray. I'm gonna go Kenny Murray. If I had a choice between them two, I would go Kenny Murray. I love Patrick Queen. I love how he burst onto the scene late, but I just think Kenny Murray would be a little more consistent. A little more consistent as a three-down linebacker. Than Patrick Queen right now. Jake Fromm is definitely not going to last in the NFL if he even gets drafted. He should have went back to school. I agree. He should have went to school. He should have came back to school. I think he will get drafted. I think he'll go like fifth, sixth, seventh, fifth, sixth round. Or something of that nature. But yeah, I think it will end up being a bad decision that, he came out and went to the NFL, early and, he's just continuously, sliding, on the draft boards. But, you live and you learn. Obviously, he's still going to make a nice living out there wherever he's the guy behind or whatever. But whoever guy he's behind, he's gonna sit there, hold a clipboard, and make good money. But I agree, he should have went back to school. Um, I don't think Jake Fromm is really all that neither. I definitely don't think Oklahoma was a good fit for him at all. A team like Oklahoma needs an elite game-changing quarterback due to their sad defense. I agree. I agree. But I mean, hey, I think it was a good fit for him. It might have been a better fit for Jalen going there than for Oklahoma wanting them because Lincoln Riley has been known as like a really, really, really good, coach, good college quarterback coach. And for Jalen Hurts, obviously he had a lot of things that he had to work on mechanically and things of that nature. So he decided to go by the best. So I can't really knock him for that. Let's see. If we stay at 2020, at 21, I hope we take Justin Jefferson, or C.J. Henderson. Me personally, I love Justin Jefferson. Obviously, LSU guy. Henderson is solid. Florida guy. But me, like I said, for me, it's Mims, man. That's just for me, it's Mims. I love Jefferson, but I think we need more so of a guy on the outside. You know what I'm saying? I know Jefferson can play the outside, but I think he's gonna make all his money and be a real threat in this NFL is in the slot. He could be a guy like a Keenan Allen, I think that's where he's gonna be dominant at as a slot receiver. So yeah, and I don't think we go corner for defense first round at all. So I definitely think that Denzel Mims is the option there, yo. But all right, y'all, man, I gotta run, man. I greatly appreciate everybody tuning in, man. I know it's a little tough with the schedule changing on my end, man, but y'all still here with your boy, yo. I greatly appreciate that, yo. Um, Everybody, man, be safe out there, yo. Be safe, man. Protect yourselves, protect your families. Be safe, man. I want us all to come through this thing and be safe. And for everybody, and prayers to y'all and everybody who's been affected by this virus, as far as, your job and everything is concerned. I pray that everything works out for y'all and y'all find peace and, y'all hang on to everything that y'all, worked hard for. But yeah, NFL free agency kind of hit a little dead period there. But yeah, man, I'm gonna talk to y'all next Tuesday, man. Probably at the same time, Lord willing. Besides that, stay tuned. I'll put out a couple of videos throughout the week and stuff of that nature. But appreciate everybody tuning in. Thanks for the love and the support, like always. Catch y'all next Tuesday, Lord willing. Meantime, check out my videos throughout the week and stay safe from the coronavirus, yo. Y'all have a blessed one. Fly, Eagles, fly.